So we are on the last day of the month, January 31st. And you want to see how I make my ADHD friendly, not too structured, but still structured planner. So I'm going to show you. So you're going to need one iPad and one Apple Pencil, and that's it. We're not doing notebooks. We're not doing Hobonichi weeks. We're not doing any of that. So I'm going to open this. Hang on and turn off my flash. Okay, so here we are in my homepage. All you really need is Freeform, but I can show you how to do an ADHD friendly planner in Freeform and in the Notes app. I'm not downloading GoodNotes. I'm not paying for any subscriptions. This is just it, just the iPad and everything that it comes with, and of course the pencil. So I will go into Freeform. So I've already created mine for February. This is my February food journal. This is going to be where I document all things health and fitness, and just meals, whatever. As you can see, I'm all the way zoomed out. And for Sunday, which is tomorrow, February 1st, you can zoom all the way in. So super zoomed in. It gives you lots of spaces to do collages. If you click on this right here, you can import photos, you can take photos, videos, you can do stickers, you can do files, you can add whatever you'd like to this page. I'm going to show you one that I've already completed just so you can have it for reference. One of mine for the month of January. As you can see, I filled it out completely, started January 1st. All the way to January 31st, I put in here pictures, videos, journal entries, recipes, anything that you can think of, I filled in here. And I don't claim to be the most creative person, so this is what creativity looks like to me. It can look very differently to you. You can make this as pretty as you want it to be, as messy as you want it to be, as organized as you want it to be. But at a high level glance, you can see all the things that happened in the month of January. And I plan to continue this for the rest of the year. I'm going to do one for February, March, April, whatever. And I'm going to show you how I make this in Freeform. And for reference, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm zooming into a random day just so you can see my entry. This is January 22nd. These are some recipes that I made. I was in a baking mood, as you can see. I wrote down my recipes. And I did go to the gym, so, on this day I did a hydro massage. So you can see how much you can zoom in, right? And then you can just, like I said, you can be as creative as you want. It really depends on how your brain works. Some more things that I ate, feelings that I had. I love showing this one on the 27th because I really loved this. I made some bagels. So within here is an actual video. And as the video is playing, you can still kind of navigate around. You can have multiple videos playing in one time. So let me show you how I make this. So to make something like this, you're going to let's make a fresh one. We're going to press this button. I must remind you, we are inside of Freeform. Freeform is an endless whiteboard, so you can be as creative as you want in Freeform. So starting in Freeform, I'm going to zoom all the way out to 10% magnification. And then I'm going to also remove this. I don't need the grids or anything like that. So now I have a completely blank canvas. And I'm going to use tables. I want, for the month of February, so I'm going to show you how I made my February one. I want, let's say 4 rows and 7 columns because there are 7 days in a week. 7 days in a week. And you can barely see it as the default setting. So I'm going to change the color here and the thickness. So I'm going to go to, let's make it pink for February. And then I'm going to make it thicker. I'm going to say 13 points. So here it is. This is the beginning processes, and then we're going to make this bigger to fill this page. Remember, we're on 10% magnification, so we're as zoomed out as we can get. And I'm just going to make it fit this the screen the best way that I can. So something like, not too much, because I don't want to have to scroll over in order to see the entire thing. I just want it to fit like this, like perfectly like this. Okay, boom. And so I'm okay with this shape. It's not exactly a square. These are rectangles. If you care what the shapes are, you can make them more square, or you can leave them rectangles, or you can even elongate them even more. It's literally up to you. So the last one that I did for January, they were a little bit more elongated. So like this, I'm going to keep it like this, actually, because I like that look for my journal. So I'll start at the top. Like if I wanted to break my days down from like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I can do it this way, but you don't have to do it. You can do it whatever you want. And I'm going to lock this into place so that I'm not accidentally moving around the lines or the columns and reshaping them. And what I mean by that is if you click on any one of these, you can, let's say you never do anything on the weekends. You see what I'm saying? I don't want this. So I'm going to set it back to the original and then lock it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this. If I click on it, these options appear, the 3 dots. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to hit lock. So now it doesn't move. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is zoom in and zoom out, and boom. Now, this is where you can allow your creativity to shine. So you can either use your own like handwriting to write in Sunday, Monday, the days of the week, or you can go and download images from Pinterest, or you can also download stickers. So literally whatever you want is how you can create your calendar, because that's what this is. This is a makeshift calendar that allows you to be creative. So I'm going to show you one that I've already done, because I don't want to have to go through this process again. So I've actually done a couple. So here's one that I did. This is not a food one, but I already have, just so you can see how creative that you can be. This one has the pink lines. I've already written the numbers. I used my pen to write the numbers, and I found random things. Like literally, these are all just random things to like create the sticker, and all these things are locked in place, like nothing is moving around. And this is my own key. It's color coordinated for my own reasons. I can talk about that in a different video, but you don't have to do this. So like, for example, let me go back to this one that we were talking about. So how I would want to make sure that I have it numbered, I'm going to use my handwriting, but like I said, you can also do stickers for the numbers. And then I'm just going to go in to each cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get it? Or you can write them bigger if you want them bigger. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It doesn't really matter. So if you want them bigger, you can make them bigger. And then you can zoom in and then put all your journal entries around it, the number. You know what I'm saying? And then you can circle this and press and hold the shape for it to be a perfect circle. And if you wanted to make it like color it, you use this tool right here. Like pick your color and boom. You know what I'm saying? And you can go in and you do that for all of it. So that's essentially how I make this. And then you can title it, rename. Let's call this February's journal. So, I don't want to duplicate this. I already have one. But you know what I'm saying? Call it whatever. And that's how I make this. Hope this was helpful.